Oh, you're here already. That's cool. Craig Powers, Becky Powers, Powers Firearms Training. We wanted to be a little bit more clear on the Kern County course of fire for your permit. So anytime you add a gun to your CCW permit, or you're getting your permit renewed, or you're doing a permit for the first time, you have to shoot all of the guns that you want on your permit. So if you had 2 guns, you'd have to shoot both guns. If you had 10 guns, you have to shoot 10 guns. Now when you shoot, you have to shoot how many rounds, Becky?
A total of 12 rounds.
And what's the course of fire?
It's 4 rounds two-handed at 5 yards, and then 2 rounds strong hand one-handed, 2 rounds opposite hand one-handed, and then 4 rounds two-handed at 7 yards.
7 yards.
And you just need to get 9 out of the 12 within the bottle shape
Of the target.
to pass.
Okay. So why don't we show you what that looks like. Now, technically it's 5 and 7, but as a practical matter, 5 yards and 7 yards is only separated by 2 steps. So generally we're going to have you shoot at 7 yards. But if you're afraid you might have some issues with that, please feel free to talk about it. Or if you are having issues with it, and you know, maybe it's like a 2-inch revolver, and then just let us know. If you don't have a left hand, obviously you can't shoot with your left hand, so we'd have you shoot all the rounds with your right hand. It's pretty straightforward. So just hang out with us for a second. Let's get the range set up, and we'll get started. Okay. So generally we're going to start, we're just going to do 1 gun, right?
Start with 1 gun.
So we won't go to 5 yards and shoot 1 gun and another gun. We'll shoot all 12 rounds with the same gun. Does that make sense? Are you okay there? Like, you're not feeling like, are you too short? Is it too tall? Is it all good? Is it good? Okay. All right, so I'm ready.
Okay, the 5 yard, go ahead and load and make ready.
So since we know that you're only going to shoot 12 rounds, you just load with 12, and it just makes it kind of easy. So I'm going to go ahead and load.
And then this is 4 rounds, two-handed, center of the target, on the command,
What's the command?
threat.
Threat. Okay, I'm ready.
4 rounds, center of the target, threat. After you fire your rounds, hold on the target for a moment, then come to low ready, finger on the frame, and scan. Check out your environment.
So I might be looking in case there's some more bad guys behind me or the police or something. Got it?
Then this is 2 rounds strong hand one-handed.
Okay, dominant hand, 2 hand. And what's my command?
Threat.
Threat. All right, I'm ready.
Threat.
Okay, sorry. Then can I go ahead and switch to my other hand?
Now very carefully transfer the gun to your opposite hand,
Okay.
and then 2 rounds with that opposite hand, center of the target, threat. Okay.
Okay, so if my gun's loaded and we're gonna move, could I put it in a holster if I had a holster?
Yes, please holster it.
But I don't have a holster, so I
Then
should
unload it.
unload it.
Okay, it's clear. And go ahead, yeah, put it in the bag and move back to the 7.
Go ahead and pick my round up. Okay, 7 yards is like 2 steps further back. It's like if you had 36-inch steps. So, not to get too in depth, but it's not that much further back. So again, if we had you shoot all the rounds at 7 yards, that would work. Unless you had issues, let us know. Okay, so we're at 7.
Okay, go ahead and load and make ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
On the command, 4 rounds, center of the target. Threat.
Now, am I under a time frame here? Or do I have a
There is
certain-
no time frame.
Cool. All right, I'm ready.
Clear. You go ahead and bench that firearm.
So then you'll have us bench the gun, and then you'll go downrange and make sure that we're
9 out of 12.
9 out of 12,
Yeah.
since they're all kind of in the center. We're good. So now, once everybody's target's scored, we would let you shoot your second gun, or your third gun, and then your fourth gun, and then your fifth. So it's 12 rounds for each gun. We have to get
9 out of 12.
9 out of 12 in the target, in the whole target. And should we go look at the target? We could go look at the target. It's kind of a big target. It's like a foot wide. Not like 2 feet wide, but it's a foot wide. And it's like 30 inches tall. So just have to be somewhere in the white part. So when you look at it, it's pretty easy.
And
Right.
actually, if it
You
does
see it okay?
break the line, it does count.
So what if I had to get 9, which I do, so I could have 3 outside the target, right? So that would work. So Kern County is pretty straightforward. When you qualify with your CCW, you have to fire 12 rounds. You got to get 9 on the target, each gun, for every gun on your permit. Any questions? Give us a call. Craig and Becky Powers. Get out to the range. It's a wonderful time this time of year.